purring loud. Look at you squishing. Look at you doing your little squishes. Yeah, I know. This is how the video is going to start. He just wouldn't leave me alone. I just got back from work, so old man doing squishes, and I'm going to offer no other information. So let's go. He never ended up leaving, by the way. Ooh, okay. I'll brighten it up a little bit. Oh, this is a different sound. Okay. They're definitely approaching this a different way from other songs I've heard of Mili. I'm focusing a lot more on the lyrics now. I like actually hearing these lyrics. There's always a cool story to them, you know? Some really fun drum bits in here too. A lot of cool fills. Very simple, but their drummer is really clever with that extra space. Very good accents. Not overdoing it. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Now he's done. And now I can vibe without bothering the boy. Her voice is as smooth as ever. All right. A little bit of a march happening there. A little bit of a drum cadence. I'm into it. Again, their drummer is fantastic with the use of space. Just not overdoing it, but putting little creative things in there. Ooh. This chorus is in general really fun. But I love that little vocal like hiccup there. That like I don't know if I would call it a repetition, an echo, maybe? It just fits so well. Great way to end it too, just straight up. Since I didn't get to say it earlier, this song was actually requested by one of my Patreon members, Zitana, so this is a very nice song to have on the list, and I'm really glad I've now heard it. It's weird saying thank you after I've heard it. Usually I say thanks in advance, but this I'm saying thank you legitimately for introducing me to yet another one of Mili's bangers. I mean, I have yet to find a song from Mili that isn't absolutely a banger in some way, shape, or form, and this one for me is almost 100% the chorus. I really love the way this one sounds, the structure of this one. This one doesn't have too much going on in the sense of like complexity when it comes to the overall structure or anything. There's not a bunch of like unique flares being thrown in. There's that drum stuff like I was mentioning. The drummer is really good at adding those little tiny accents that just kind of add a spice to the song and not overstay their welcome. They don't throw in a bunch of over the top, too many toms kind kind of fills, doesn't dance on the cymbals or anything, just makes look really quick, single hit, like double accents, and like that's about it. And those fit really well in especially this type of song. But to, of course, take that bend into the philosophical edge that always exists in Mili's music, I feel like these lyrics are a little bit on the nose in this case, where they're metaphorical but pretty obvious in the way that they're trying to present themselves. That's pretty common. It happens a lot in their writings. Very clever wording, but in general, the concept is pretty easy to understand. For this case, I'm feeling there's something robotic love inspired, like a character, the person singing here, is phrasing out a lot of sexual and romantic energies and terminologies that are definitely in a very straightforward, similar way to how the song itself I mentioned kind of feels like it's just going through the motions. This song feels like it's trying to phrase itself with terminologies in a very transactional way, a very matter-of-fact way of speaking. And that's just made obvious because of the lyrics being so cut and dry and logical that you really just understand what they're trying to say, but you don't feel anything from it. And I don't believe that the character singing does either in this case. I think a good line of lyrics that helps support that is the whole switch my gender F to M thing that happened in that whole section of the pre-chorus. Very, very binary transactional. The whole concept of they don't have a gender. They can really be whatever you want them to be or what they want to be. So they can do whatever with whoever and please whoever they need to or want to. But Mili loves to do that sort of thing. They write really well like that, even with the compositions overall, the instruments and everything being done. They write them so well juxtaposed to the lyrics. Usually they're covering a much deeper, darker, or questionable storyline, while the instrumentals are a lot more upbeat. That's pretty common in Japanese music, at very least. There are plenty of examples of like really depressing lyrics, very happy instrumentals, and Mili is just another one of those groups that does that, but they do it so damn well, and so well consistently, that I can't help but praise it. It's just really, really good. When we get down to stuff like the instrumental, I actually think that there was something being done here that I think is really cool. If we start getting back to the binary context, if the character is a robot and all that, this song felt like it was constantly going on a wave. And what I mean by that is like the piano and stuff constantly moving up and going back down, kind of doing slow arpeggiated scales all the way through the song. And that movement would be a wave, maybe a sine wave. There's probably other things in there too, because it does get a little bit more aggressive during the chorus, and I don't believe that that's so aggressive that it would be a sawtooth wave, but maybe a square wave. There's a bunch of different wave forms that you could do in that sense and like write a song structure around it. It's just really smart to do that, which is exactly what I mean. It reminds me of some of the music for Genshin Impact being written based on the Fibonacci sequence, for example. The fact that they would take mathematics and write a whole song based around a concept, a numerical theory. The level of intelligence that that takes to look at something and go, hey, let's do this, I think that would be pretty cool, is just way up there. Like, we all have those ideas where it's like, wouldn't that be cool if? And people like this take those ideas and just run with them. And they run all the way to the bank because they're so good, I'm gonna buy everything that they make. You know what I mean? Like, there's math rock, but then there's this. There's like the conceptual idea of math around this, instead of just straight up using numbers and using different time signatures to make it sound cool. So I'm gonna cut it here because I've straight up been yapping for the last 5.5 extra minutes after that last clip you just saw, just about how cool it is. And I don't think I'm really gonna be offering anything more of value, and I'm gonna cut all that out because there's really nothing of substance that I hadn't already said at least 3 times. So thank you all so very much for watching. This was a very neat song. I have another song on here from Zitania yet, so I'm going to watch that one next time probably, but I will be getting to other songs in the comments as well. So if you have one that you want me to listen to, be it from Mili or any other game or anything else that you want me to listen to, leave it down in the comments and I will do my best to get to it. And if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me and all that, you know how to do that, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!